As the sun sets over mid-Michigan, the sports spirit ignites. Volleyballs soar, echoing the determination of champions. The gridiron roars to life as student-athletes clash in a dance of skill, strength, and strategy. Basketball courts pulse with energy, each dribble a heartbeat of the game. As winter turns to spring, the diamonds will glisten under the sun, a stage for baseball and softball glory and triumph. Fans unite in a symphony of support for their beloved teams. Amid cheers and tears, memories are etched into the tapestry of time. Join us as we journey through the magic that is high school sports. It's time for High School Volleyball on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hello and welcome to Mount Pleasant High School for our second volleyball game of the week. If you were fortunate or unfortunate enough to join me on Monday, it was the Shepherd Blue Jay girls besting the Ithaca Yellow Jacket girls. Now here we are, ready for some Saginaw Valley League volleyball. So Mount Pleasant Orla girls host the Bay City Central Wolves, and we are inside of the Woods Household Appliance pregame show. And a big shout out to all of our sponsors, including Barberry Law. We're coming to you from the Barberry Law Studios. The Oilers come into this game at 13-10-3. Bay City Central, still trying to get off the floor of the Saginaw Valley League, I'll say. They come in at 2-10-2. The Oilers girls, however, I talk about 13-10-3. They started 1-6, and so since then, they have been absolutely rolling, and definitely a rivalry game here with two Saginaw Valley League opponents and longtime Saginaw Valley League opponents. Just got to go back a few years ago when it was these two teams meeting in every district. It didn't matter if it was football. Well, I guess football is a little bit different. Not everybody gets in. But it didn't matter if it was girls or boys basketball, baseball or softball, volleyball. Everybody got into that same district. It was always the two Midlands, the two Bay Cities, and the Oilers. Now it's a little bit different as Mount Pleasant last couple of years had to go down to Rockford. This year they're actually going to be up in Traverse City, and so district's a little bit different. And we're going to talk about some of the players to watch, some of the key matchups when we come back. It is the Woods Household Appliance pregame show. Back with more volleyball action right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hey, Rowan. Want to toss the ball around?
No, thanks.
A quick game of chess?
Maybe later.
Want me to teach you to ride a bike?
Papa, we did all that when I was little.
I guess you're right. Barberry Law's kept me so busy, time has just flown by.
There is one thing, though. You got any cookies?
Thought you'd never ask.
Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes, working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291.
Block Electric Company is a proud supporter of local schools and high school student athletes, learning skills in and out of the classroom to lead our communities tomorrow. Good luck to all student athletes from Block Electric, and go Aggies!
Jenna Gates
and Kyle Gates here. We are the fifth generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, just like our student athletes, they bring it. If you need sand or gravel, they bring it to you with fast service and a great price. For all of your sand and gravel needs, call Central Michigan Sand and Gravel today at 989-382-7089. Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, a proud supporter of our student athletes competing for their schools. The Diner, where homemade favorites come to life every day for breakfast and lunch. From fluffy pancakes to savory sandwiches, The Diner has your cravings covered. Discover the perfect blend of comfort food and camaraderie at The Diner. Join them every Friday night till 7 for their famous fish fry. The Diner on North Mission, Mount Pleasant.
Woods Household offers so much more than just competitive pricing on your household needs. We also offer service after the sale. At Woods, all of our products are built to last with quality components and craftsmanship. But if something does go wrong, Our trained in-house service technicians are available to take care of all of our customers, even providing in-home assistance. So shop the Woods way, where service after the sale is just a phone call away.
Welcome back inside our Barberry Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Also, a big shout out to our friends, Gates Drilling and Service, the Bird All-American Grill, Woods Household Appliance, sponsor of our pregame show there, Weefrich Financial, and our friends at Clark Modular Homes. Also, big shout out to Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mufford Oil and Gas Supply, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, ENS Graphics, GNS Mechanical, J&J Auto, and I mentioned we're coming to you from the Barberry Law Studios, built by our friends at Konwinski Construction. It's Mount Pleasant, Bay City Central. I talked about some key matchups when we come back, and I guess I don't really know a whole lot of key matchups, to be honest with you, because I have not covered this Bay City Central volleyball team, but players to watch for the Mount Pleasant Oilers, I have seen them perform this year. Egger, Loya do a great job. Egger, the setter, Loya, the libero, kind of setting up the offense for some of the big hitters. Preston, Helm, and the freshman Morgan Barodachuk was absolutely fantastic the last time I saw her. If that name sounds familiar, it should. Her older brother, Logan Barodachuk, an all-sport star for the Mount Pleasant Oilers. Now playing some quarterback for the Central Michigan Chippewas, and you see right now some cool stuff going over as they've got their Dig for Life night here at Mount Pleasant, as the girls are being introduced right now and throwing some cool stuff up to the crowd for people to catch in honor of those who have fought and are fighting cancer. As I believe, I'm not 100% sure on everything. I should have got a little bit more of the story from Brandy Gregowskis when I got here. Mount Pleasant Oiler coach who's been kind enough to join me on a broadcast and a couple interviews, help this guy learn a little bit of volleyball as we roll through our first season here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And players continue to be introduced. We'll kind of run through it one time. All the young ladies you will hear in action for the Mount Pleasant Oilers here tonight. Junior Abby Webster, setter, defensive specialist. Senior Finley Helm, an offensive hitter. Carmen Loya, the junior libero, another defensive specialist. The senior Bella Colares. Morgan Barodachuk, opposite side hitter, offensive hitter, middle hitter, the freshman. I think I got that all down. Jordan Egger, the starting setter, an oppo hitter. Briar Zenneberg, see her at her middle hitter position. Jaden Preston will be offensive hitter, opposite hitter tonight. Lucy Molyneux plays a little bit of everywhere. Middle hitter, offensive hitter, oppo hitter. Ella Dawson, you'll see her doing some setting. Defensive specialist, along with an oppo hitter as well. And kind of a cool thing right now, let me zoom back out here and kind of show you the Bay City side, as all the Bay City young ladies went out to give the varsity team a high five. And there was some battles between these two freshman and JV teams. I was busy getting set up here. Didn't actually get any of the scores or anything, but you could just tell there was some intensity in the gym, the noise going on with these two squads battling it out here in Saginaw Valley League action. So if you're from Mount Pleasant and or Bay City Central, you have played a lot of sports against each other by the time you get to the varsity level. Sometimes even going back to the elementary school level, definitely the middle school level, and definitely battling each other, the junior varsity, the freshman level as well. We are set to go. 13-10-3 Mount Pleasant, 2-10-2 Bay City Central, Saginaw Valley League action. Oilers, I believe, could still have a chance possibly to win the Saginaw Valley League, but they're probably going to need some help after falling to Midland this past week or earlier this week. And a big shout to more of our friends, Joe Wentworth and Bryce Updegraff, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Hanging by a thread, Central Michigan Sand and Gravel, Block Electric, The Diner, All Seasons Firework, Isabella Bank, Bryant Family Farms, and Mount Pleasant Public Schools. First service from Bay City Central, Loya with a nice job passing that from a libero position. It was a nice spike or a hit as well from Mount Pleasant, but it was handled by Bay City Central. Barodachuk now looking for the hit, and she gets the kill as well. Morgan Borodachuk, the freshman, just a whole lot of power in that swing. On the serve to start things off for the Oiler girls is going to be the senior Jaden Preston. Sends across a good serve right into the middle there. Not easy for Bay City Central to handle. A little bit of an attack, but not too close to the net. Here comes a big hit opportunity from Kylie Hutchins. It's going to be out of bounds. We were tied at one, or pardon me, that's going to be inbounds, I guess, or maybe somebody touched the net. Again, still learning here a little bit with the volleyball. Not afraid to throw myself under the bus here a bit. 2-0, Mount Pleasant with the lead. Preston remains on the serve. Well, a really good serve to a nice location. It's difficult to handle for Bay City Central. A big block at the net. That was either Hutchins or Borodachuk. I'm going to give them both credit for a block there. And again, I'm goofed up. It's not a block. It's going to be 2-1. That point goes to Bay City Central. And volleyball is the fastest paced sport there is, in my opinion. Starting to watch it here a little bit. And you don't really think about it because there's so much stoppage of play. But when it actually comes time to the action when it's going down, holy moly, it's incredible. Egger looking to set up Hutchins for the hit kill, and she makes it happen. Nice job by Egger, the senior setter. 1,100 career assists. It's kind of like having 1,100 points, I feel like, or 1,100 assists in high school basketball as I continue to compare things to other sports. Nice float serve from Borodachuk. It's going to be tough for the Wolves to handle, and it's going to be an easy point and an ace going for the freshman Morgan Borodachuk. She'll remain on the serve for the Oiler girls. Bay City Central ready for it. This one right towards the out-of-bounds line. They get it. Now look for the little tip over. It's handled. Egger's got a chance to set up somebody for the spike. It's dug out. A great dig on the hit from Finley Helm. Central sets this one over. It's going to be a double hit going against the Wolves. And so the point goes to Mount Pleasant. And that was a big-time dig out there from the Wolves. It was a huge hit on the far side from Finley Helm for Mount Pleasant. But the Wolves kept it alive. And that's all you got to do sometimes is just keep the balloon from hitting the floor, as some of the coaches have told me before. A chance for a hit here from Helm. She gets this one. It dug out again. Central's not going to be able to set anything up, though. As I say that, it's a nice play on the far side of the court from Lainey Rozeski, and she's able to get it down the far side. Just found an open spot out there to make the play. Coming into the game is going to be Bella Kolaris. She'll replace Morgan Borodachuk on that back row. Start to learn a little bit more here and there. Borodachuk's going to come out on that back row, but she'll definitely come in once it's time for the rotation to go back to the front row. Egger looking to set up her teammate, going for the kill as Hutchins. It's blocked. Hutchins somehow keeps it alive. Looking to keep it further alive was Bella Kolaris, but it's going to go, I want to say out of bounds, is it right near the out of bounds line for basketball. But nonetheless, whatever happened, it's a point for Bay City Central. 5-3 our score here in the early going. On the serve is Destiny McMurrin. It's going to go into the net. Point for Mount Pleasant. 6-3 now the score. Hutchins coming out of the game. Coming in for her is Ella Dawson. We see three different positions out there. Really tells you about her versatility. Ella Dawson will be a setter, a defensive specialist, and an opposite side hitter for Mount Pleasant tonight. Another really good serve. Bay City Central just kind of has to send it over. Not really much of an attack. Oilers do set up the attack. It's dug out and blocked by Bay City Central. Now they look to set things up on the far side. Nice dig from the Oilers. Looking for the little fancy move there was Jordan Egger, trying to tip it over the back of her head over her net. It goes into the net. It would have been an unbelievable play if she was able to make it happen. And I don't mind the idea there from your senior setter as well. 6-4 the score. Bay City Central on the serve. Egger looking to set up her teammate for the kill. Helm now with a lot on that one. A little bit more of a touch on that time. Another chance for Egger to set up her teammate. Kill at the net. It's going to be blocked, but it still goes on the side of the Wolves. They look to pass it over, just get it over. Another chance for Egger to set up her teammate. It's a big-time kill, but it's blocked. Helm did everything she could, but a nice block at the net from Bay City Central gets them back on the board. It is 6-5 here in the early going. Wolves on the serve. Egger looking for the little setter up, and she gets it this time. Yeah, you write down a K for a kill on that one from Egger, but a little bit more fancy. Is ready for her to set up her teammates over and over again, and then she just kind of drops it over. Now the senior Egger on the serve. Playing some basketball next year down in Florida on scholarship. 4 years in Florida on scholarship sounds pretty good to me. There's the kill this time from Finley Helm. Again, I feel like she didn't put everything on that one, just found the location. There wasn't a Wolf player there to do anything. 8-5 now our score here, and set number 1 of possibly 5 tonight with Mount Pleasant and Bay City Central. Volleyball action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Libero sends it over. Carmen Loya now looking to set up once again. Helm for the kill, and she'll get it. Finley Helm, I'm still learning here, but it seems like she's trying to go cross-court a little bit with that serve. That one did go into the stands. Fantastic play. 9-5 the score here. Egger with the serve. Bay City Central looking for the setter dump into the donut hole. They get it. The Oilers try and get it back over. Not quite. Fantastic play that time from Bay City Central. Shot to more of our sponsors here. Mid-Michigan Industries, Sean Powers and the crew. Barry Funeral Home, Boomer's Lawn Care, Doozy's Ice Cream Place, and WW Construction. It's great to have so much support to bring you high school action here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. So next serve from Bay City Central. Egger looking to separate teammates. Big block at the net by the Wolves. Then a block at the net from the Oilers. But ends up going the way of Bay City Central. It was a fantastic play from Johanna Elder. A couple fantastic plays, I should say, from her. Wolves on the serve. Egger with a chance to set up a teammate for the kill. Little tip over into the donut hole, and it's going to be good. Nice read there from Jaden Preston on the kill. Not any aggression, just looking for the touch there. 2 players at the net for Bay City Central were going for the block. She tipped it right over them, and there was nobody left for Bay City Central. The Wolves now looking to set up the attack. Little setter dump there. Nice play from Eli Macheska. And there's a point going from the Oilers as it was tipped. It went out of bounds, but it was tipped by Bay City Central. It's now 11-7, the Oiler girls with the lead. On the serve is Finley Helms. Already got a couple kills here in the early going. Senior sends it over. Wolves looking to set up the attack right in the middle, and it's going to go out of bounds. It was a good opportunity there for Johanna Elder. She got the touch to where there wasn't any Oiler player to defend it, but just outside of that out-of-bounds line here for volleyball. 12-7 now the score. Mount Pleasant with the lead. Perfect serve by Helm. Again, into the donut hole. Term that I've learned from some of these young ladies teaching me the volleyball. I believe the donut hole is only supposed to be in the middle of the court. You might hear me overuse it a time or two, but I feel like it makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to the volleyball as I continue to learn here. Let's get things rolling on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Nice play by the Oilers to negate the kill. Same goes for Bay City Central this time. Tip over, Egger to Loya. Now setting it over is going to be Preston into a perfect spot on the back line for another kill. Big time play there from Jaden Preston. I feel like she didn't put everything into that one, but she didn't need to. She just needed to find a nice location to get to volleyball where there wasn't any Wolves players, and it was on that back line. 14-7 now the score. Big hit, but it's going to go way long for Edie Maciejewski. There's going to be a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout here and hear from one of our new big sponsors, our friends at Clark Modular Homes. Be back right after this.
Hey guys, it's Tanya from Clark Modular Homes. I'm here to talk to you today about who we are and what we do. Clark's opened in 1983 and has been centrally located right here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We have one of the largest display centers with around 12 to 15 homes on display all year round. We have a fully experienced staff. We also have an in-house project manager who can pull our permits and coordinate our job from start to finish. We are proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are our own contractor, making it a one-stop shop for you for your home building needs. As the owner would say, we can do it all.
Welcome back inside the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Here we go after the timeout. The Oilers lead it 15-7. Looking for the kill at the net is Elder. It's going to go long. Or actually, it's going to be blocked, pardon me. Nice play from the Oilers out there. Now going up, looking for the kill is Miss Anna View, and she gets it. A fantastic play there. 15-8 now our score. On the serve, it's going to be the libero, Lauren Ciesla, for Bay City Central. A little tip over by Preston, trying to find an opening. Not handled well by the Wolves on the other side. Another chance for Egger to set up her teammate for the kill. And it's going to be a point going to Mount Pleasant. As well as what exactly happened there, well, I don't know if I could even tell you. But the point goes to the Oiler girls and is now 16-8. Kind of doubled up. Mount Pleasant here. On the serve for Mount Pleasant is Miss Zenneberg. Block at the net by Mount Pleasant. Still goes to their side of the net. They do a great job keeping it alive. Barodachuk goes for the kill, and she gets it. She was a little backed up from the net there. Surprised she was able to keep it alive like that. Just a great job. 17-8 now our score. On the serve remains Briar Zenneberg. This one's going to go into the net. Just kind of mishandled that one a little bit. So the point will go to Bay City Central. But the other girls still in good shape here in set number 1. They lead at 17-9. As you know, played at 25. The serve from Bay City Central. Loya to Egger. Egger looking to set up Preston. It's a big-time kill, but it's dug out by View. The Wolves now send it over. There's Loya from her libero position. Another setup for Hutchins. Tipped at the net, and it falls to the ground. Nice play from Kylie Hutchins. Again, she doesn't go for the big-time kill there, just for the tip into a nice spot where there are no Wolf defenders. Preston now on the serve for the other girls. They lead at 18-9. And they started the season 1-6. Since then, they have been 12-4-3. Egger looking to set up Barodachuk. It's going to hit the net, but it stays in bounds, so the point will go to the Oilers. That's a play you go back to my high school days, watching some of my friends play. That would not have counted. Or I guess, would that have counted? I think maybe just the serve hitting the net would have counted. Again, still trying to get all these rules down. Preston remains on the serve. It's a great serve. Libero has a tough time handling it, and it's going to go out of bounds. 20-9 now our score after the ace from Jaden Preston. Sharon has a couple kills here in the first set as well. And the kills, the assists, the blocks, it's kind of what leads to the Zaid Batchelder baller of the game here when it comes to volleyball, as well as the timber of the game as well. Brought to you by Weber Brothers Sawmill, that Zaid Batchelder baller of the game. Brought to you by Brian Weefrich and our friends at Weefrich Financial. Big kill on the far side from Miss Barodachuk. I've got her for 4 kills now here in this first set. It's 20-9. Mount Pleasant with a pretty commanding lead here in the early going. And you look at that Wolves team coming at 2-10-2 on the year. Done a solid job, but just seems like they're always on the defensive. So have to pass this one over with the libero, but it's actually going to go out of bounds as well. Saying my bad that time is Lauren Ciesla. She did a good job just trying to pass that one over. That was really the only play she had, and she had to kind of go cross-court with it as she was near the Bay City Central bench and had already touched a Bay City Central player. And there's an ace for the Oilers. I believe that's Abby Webster that's back there serving now. We've got another timeout on the court. We'll keep the broadcast right here. It's 23-9. The Oilers 1 point away from set point here in set number 1. And I think some more of our great sponsors. Just mentioned Weefrich Financial, sponsor of the Zaid Batchelder baller of the game. We have the Woods Household Appliance pregame show. Got on maybe a little bit early here. I feel like volleyball is one of those things. I don't think they're used to having, a broadcast here for that. So if they can get rolling, they're just going to get rolling. So big shout out to the Woods Household Appliance pregame show. Talk about the Bird All-American Grill postgame show after this one ramps up. We won't have our Gates Drilling and Service halftime show, so we'll continue to give them love. And also coming to you from the Barbary Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Another big shout to our friends at Clark Modular Homes, our new big sponsor. I think we're now up to mid-30s now when it comes to folks sponsoring the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Been almost overwhelming this sport. I didn't imagine I would go this well the first year, but I can't thank everybody out there enough for supporting what we're doing here to bring you high school sports action, and everybody out there watching as well. Thanks for checking it out. Remaining on the service, Abby Webster after her ace moments ago. It's 23-9. Mount Pleasant really in control here in set number 1. We'll tap over for Bay City Central. Chance for Webster to set somebody up for the kill. Is it going to be in on the back line? It's going to be just out. Not a bad play from Kylie Hutchins. That was inches away from being in. It would have been a huge kill on that back line for the Oiler girls. So it's now 23-10. Coming into serve is going to be Delaney Hopkins for the Bay City Central Lady Wolves. Hopkins on the serve, handled by Borodachuk. Now look for the kill is Malino. It's handled by Bay City Central. Tip at the net still falls on the side of Mount Pleasant. Borodachuk dives for it, but couldn't quite get there. 23-11 now our score. Maybe a good time out there from Coach Christine Davila. Get her crew back going. It was 23-9. It's now 23-11. Borodachuk looking for the kill from a little ways back, and she'll get it. Maybe a mistake or two there from the Wolves. There was a couple ladies close to the volleyball, and a good job by Coach Davila. I think she's out there telling Hopkins that one was yours. You got to get that one. Bella Colara's now back into serve, and it is set point here in set number one. It's been all Mount Pleasant here in the early going. They lead at 24-11 over Bay City Central. The setup for the kill, somewhat of a back row attack. Loya can't quite handle it. Nice play from the Wolves. I believe that was Sarandi Aspie with the kill there. Pardon me, no, it wasn't. It was Destiny McMurrin with the kill. It was Eli Machieski on the set. 24-12, again with the rally scoring here. Just need one good play for Mount Pleasant. Helm looking for the kill. It's going to hit the net and actually hit the foul pole, the out-of-bounds pole, I'm going to call it. I think we're going to start calling that the foul pole if people want to have a little fun, talk a little baseball. Hey, the Tigers playing pretty darn well. Comes a serve from the Wolves. Nice serve. Loya is somehow able to handle it. Now look for a little tip over is Hutchins. Setter looking to set up her teammate again. It's a left-handed power kill from Rosinski on the far side. And Rosinski just a freshman. Ooh. Something to think about. Her and Borodachuk going to be battling out there on the volleyball court for several years. 24-14 the score. The Wolves on the serve. That's going to be out of bounds, and so that will do it. 25-14. Set number one goes to the Oilers. We're going to take a quick break here to hear from some of our sponsors. When we come back, it's set number two, Mount Pleasant, Bay City Central, right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
For grown and mid-Michigan moms, visit Bryant Family Farms in Shepherd. Moms love mums, so show your mom some love with Bryant Family Farms. Bryant Family Farms also offers maple syrup, pumpkins, beef, goats, and fresh-cut flowers. With U-Pick, bouquet arrangements, and subscription flowers. Show your mom some love this fall with Bryant Family Farms, 3.5 miles south of the casino on South Leeton Road. Visit BryantFF.com or call 989-304-1201. The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years. All Seasons Fireworks is a big fan of all the athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers who make high school sports happen. To make your next event bigger and brighter, stop by All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Graduations, birthdays, weddings, or a big win become more memorable underneath a night sky lit up by the magic of fireworks. All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant.
Elevate your banking experience. Isabella Bank is your local banking partner. We understand the importance of personalized service, providing solutions that fit your unique needs. When you bank with us, together we can drive positive change and build stronger communities. Experience banking redefined. Make the switch today and experience banking that goes beyond. Isabella Bank. Local. Growing. Staying. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
When your team or business needs to look good, don't get left hanging. Call or stop by Hanging by a Thread in Wademan, the official embroiders for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Hanging by a Thread, a proud supporter of local schools. Bryce Updegraff with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates thanks the coaches and officials who put in the time to help student athletes achieve their dreams and goals. For all of your real estate needs, the Bryce is right with Bryce Updegraff. With Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-620-6595.
Back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Set number one went to the Orla girls, 25-14. Set number two, we'll start with the Orla girls on the serve. Get my stats here, not so exact, but I believe I had a Borodachuk for 5 kills and an ace in that first set. She was fantastic. Egger probably with 5-10 assists as well. Nice setter dump that time for Bay City Central, but it was read by Mount Pleasant. And a nice little tip over from the sophomore Lucy Malino. She will get the point for the Oilers. 1-0 to start things off. Abby Webster on the serve. Big dig out there from Loya. Chance for Borodachuk to go for the kill. They're going to say that going into the net was a player for Bay City Central, so it's 2-0 Mount Pleasant. But that was a powerful kill out there from Edie Maciejewski, and it was dug out beautifully by Loya. That's why she's out there at the libero position. And a fantastic block at the net. Going for the setter dump was Eli Maciejewski, but it was blocked by Borodachuk. And the Oilers will get the point. 2-1 is the score here in the early going. Mount Pleasant with the lead, and they lead it 1-0 as well. Borodachuk going for the kill. It's going to be blocked. Stays alive, though, I should say. And then Mount Pleasant does end up getting the point. Molyneux get credit with the kill there. Her second of the serve, at least that's what I heard over the PA. 3-1 here, our score. Again, I'll make fun of myself. Still trying to do everything I can to figure out all this volleyball action. Borodachuk looking for the back row attack, and she makes a fantastic one. It goes off the backboard. Bay City Central still keeps it alive to pass it back over. Now Borodachuk with the pass. Webster with the set, looking for the kill. And they're going to say going into, no, that will be a point for Mount Pleasant. One of the Wolves players went into the net. So it's now 4-1 Mount Pleasant. Freshman Morgan Borodachuk on the serve. Maciejewski looking to set up one of her teammates. The freshman Roszensky looking for the little tip right there. It's blocked by Mount Pleasant. 5-1. The Oilers go up. Again, the more I learn about volleyball, you get down 1-0, it's a pretty big letdown. You get down 2-0, or you get down 6-1 in the second set. Ooh, it is tough. And Bay City Central kind of going out of screen there if you're watching to try and keep that one alive, but they will not be able to do so. 6-1, the Oilers down with the lead. Borodachuk remains on the serve. Maciejewski looking to set up her team. That one's going to be way long. 7-1, Mount Pleasant goes up. And again, Borodachuk remains on the serve. A nice little run for her here. Pardon me. You think about that. Zaid Batchelder, baller of the game, sponsored by our friends at Weefridge Financial. Borodachuk doing a great job right now. Nice dig out there from Loya. Chance for Helm to go for the kill. It's tipped at the net. She gets it back again and hammers this one down. Woo! Those are some of my favorite plays to kind of describe that back. Helm went for the kill, sent it across. It was dug out, but it was hit so hard by Helm. The dig actually went back over the net right to her, and she had a chance to kill it again, and she did that time for the point. 8-1 our score. Timeout on the floor. We'll take another quick timeout here. We'll be right back after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Weefridge Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Weefridge Financial. Weefridge Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WeFridgeFinancial.com. Visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant. Call or text 989-953-7888. WeFridge Financial, member SIPC. When your team or business needs to look good, don't get left hanging. Call or stop by Hanging by a Thread in Wademan, the official embroiders for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Hanging by a Thread, a proud supporter of local schools.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. A quick ace there for Barochuk just moments ago that we missed. Pardon me. Now has the score 9-1 Mount Pleasant with the lead. Nice block at the net from the Oilers. It's a kind of dominating play here against Bay City Central right now. Just have to pass this one over, but Malino finds the perfect spot for essentially her third kill of the set here. It is 10-1 Mount Pleasant. Coach Grigauskis has got to be pretty happy with the way things are going right now. And I'll say it again, they started the season with a record of 1-6. They're now 13-10-3 on the year. So since that early season, they have been absolutely dominant. And another point with Barochuk at the serve. I believe that is now 6 consecutive points with Morgan Barochuk handling the serve for Mount Pleasant. A little run here for the freshman. But ending it with a big kill is going to be Destiny McMurrin. Couple times the sophomore McMurrin has had a chance to hammer it down in the front row. She has been fantastic. Something to think about if you're Bay City Central. She has got a bright, bright future ahead of her. 11-2 now the score. The Wolves on the serve with Delaney Hopkins. Loya does a good job handling that. Webster trying to set up her teammate, does a good job. It's dug out by Bay City Central. Now Bay City Central going for the kill. Dug out by Loya. Ooh, a monster smash from Finley Helm on the far side for the kill. I'm going to get cheesy and maybe say, a monster mash through the rest of October for some of these big kills. Carmen Loya going to come out of the game now. On the serve is Kylie Hutchins for the Oiler girls. It's now 12-2 Mount Pleasant with the lead. Nice dig from the libero view. Nice dig from Webster. Helm looking for another kill, and she gets it. All the Wolf player could do was just kind of throw their arms up as the volleyball was coming at them 60, 70 miles an hour on a downward slope, and it just kind of went straight towards the stands. Nothing the Wolves players could do with it. And here's an ace on the back row coming from Hutchins. So things really coming together for Mount Pleasant right now. They're up 14-2, and again, you think about this Bay City Central Wolves team, 2-10-2 on the year. You just don't come in with a whole lot of confidence, and they are a young squad as well. Hutchins remains on the serve. View handles it from the libero position. Now looking for the kill is McMurrin. It's handled this time by the Oilers. They're just going to have to pass it over. Trying to set something up here once again. Block at the net. It's going to allow the Oilers maybe set something up. A nice tip over. The Oilers try and keep it alive. Into the net, and it just doesn't quite go over. Some great action there on the front row that time, making a nice play. The middle blocker, Serenity Aspie for Bay City Central. Score now 14-3. Busy night here at Mount Pleasant High School. We got Traverse City West down here with some JV volleyball action as the Oilers head up there tomorrow, and we will have a big-time local showdown for you tomorrow. 5-1 Clare and 1-5 Shepherd. Shepherd's homecoming night should be a fantastic environment there. Point goes to Mount Pleasant as that one was way long on the hit for Bay City Central. Jordan Eggert coming into the game. Looks like she'll be on the serve for the Oiler girls. Senior starting setter, getting herself a little bit of a break to start this game. The Oilers lead at 15-3. Bay City Central looking to set up a teammate. Goes over, handled well by Eggert. Now Helm looking for the kill. It's dug out nicely by View. Now Bay City Central's chance. They go to the donut hole, but a nice dive from Hutchins to keep it alive, and then Zenneberg sends it over. Great action right now from these two squads. Eggert looking to set up Zenneberg for the kill, and she makes it happen. And Jordan Eggert, I'm going to compare her to watching Sophie Hauk from Sacred Heart Academy. You don't notice her because she's there every single time to set up her teammates. Even right now when she's on the serve, still was there for at her setter position to set a teammate up. Nice kill coming from Bay City Central. That time I believe it was Lawrence Yesla. 16-4 the score. On the serve for Bay City Central is Heidi Don. Senior sends it over with the float serve. Egger looking to set up Zenneberg. She goes for the little tip, and it's in a perfect spot. Great play from the middle hitter, Briar Zenneberg. And another fantastic setup from Jordan Egger. Now on the serve for the Oiler girls, it is Finley Helm. 17-4. Mount Pleasant with a commanding lead here in set number 2. They already won set number 1, 25-14. This one's going to be out of bounds or maybe hit that little side pole there. Regardless, the point goes to the Oilers. 18-4. Already had one timeout in this set from Bay City Central. I don't know if we'll see another one, but right now might be the time for it. Big block at the net from Jaden Preston. Point goes to the Oilers. 19-4 now the score. Yeah, with how long these games are, how much action there is, I couldn't imagine going back trying to broadcast one of these games when he had the old side-out days. A little tip over, but it's going to be a point for Mount Pleasant. I think it said going underneath the net. Might have been the setter, Machieski. Again, I'm still learning a little stuff here, but nonetheless, point to the Oilers. They have a commanding lead, 20-4. Finley Helm looking for the serve. 3 kills in this one at least. A couple kills and an ace in the first set as well. Helm digs that one out. Egger, chance to set up her teammate. Preston's going to be out of bounds on that one. Point will go to Bay City Central. Preston looking to go down the line on that one. Just didn't quite have the angle. 25 now our score. Mount Pleasant still with a commanding lead here on this Thursday night. Mount Pleasant High School. An action for you tomorrow night. Shepherd Blue Jays taking on the Clare Pioneers. We'll also have updates coming from our other games as well. Mount Pleasant at Traverse City. Big time game is 6-0 Ithaca hosts 6-0 Saginaw Novell, and is able to catch up with the Mikesell twins, pardon me, earlier today, yesterday. Talk a little Ithaca football. Go check out that podcast, Mid-Michigan Sports Network on SoundCloud, all over the place. Nice action right now. Egger digs that one out for the Oilers. Preston sends it over, just kind of a slap, not really a jump and a hit there. Back over. Egger looking to set up Zenneberg. Zenneberg with a little tip again. Nice play. Reading it for Machieski from her setter position. Now she goes for the kill, and it's going to go into the net. 21-5. The Oiler girls just don't let the ball hit the ground, even when Bay City Central's making solid plays. And that's the key. You just wait for the other team to make a mistake. That's always going to be the key when it comes to high school volleyball. How many unforced errors do you have? I feel like more 9 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100, the team with more unforced errors is going to lose the game. A nice block there at the net from Kylie Hutchins for the point. It's now 22-5. Mount Pleasant in control. On the serve, Briar Zenneberg. Machieski looking to set up her teammate for the hit, and it's going to go out of bounds. That time he had Eli Machieski trying to set up Edie Machieski. It just didn't happen. Point goes to Mount Pleasant. Again, there's that unforced error. Oiler girls didn't even have to make a play on that one as it was out of bounds. Serve from Zenneberg. Really nice location. Diving to keep it alive is the libero. They just have to pass it over. It's going to allow Egger a chance to set up Hutchins for the kill. Nice dig for Bay City Central, but then there's a big block at the net from Borodachuk. It's going to give the Oilers the point. Borodachuk's got a couple blocks here in this set. She's got an ace, and I believe she had to run 6-7 points on the serve. Again, as we start to think about the Weefrich Financial sponsored Zaid Batchelder Baller of the Night, along with the Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the Night. Helm looking for the kill, and she'll get it off a couple pairs of hands of Bay City Central. With that Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, the supply of the game, the assist of the game, the assister of the night. It's all about Miss Jordan Egger. Had 1,100 assists coming into that game versus Midland Dow that I did earlier this year. She's got to be well over 1,200. Now there's the ace from Finley Helm to end the second set, 25-6. The Oilers in complete control right now. Bay City Central has got to make something happen. They've got to make some adjustments as we go to set number 3, and it's all Oilers right now, outscoring the Wolves 50-20 in the first 2 sets. Going to hear from some more of our great sponsors. Back with more Oiler Volleyball right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Jenna Gates.
And Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes. Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher Day or give them a call at 989-317-8582. For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. We are headed to set number 3, and it's been all Oilers all the time in sets number 1 and 2. As a matter of fact, outscoring Bay City Central 50-20 in those first 2 sets. Oh boy, just a monster first 2 sets from these Oiler girls. Bay City Central now looking for what I believe is coined the rare reverse sweep. And I haven't seen that happen yet this year. Matter of fact, maybe put a little jinx on myself here in this one. But every volleyball game that I've done has been a sweep, except for go way back to our very, very first broadcast here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network when we had the try with Beale City, Sacred Heart Academy, and Clare. That one, I believe there's a couple of them that were, 2-1, but since then, every match that I've been to has been 3-0. The Oiler girls looking to continue that streak here. I'll put a little broadcast pressure on them. Nice setup once again from Jordan Egger. And getting the kill on the nice little tip over is Miss Kylie Hutchins. 1-0 our score on the serve is Jaden Preston for the Oiler girls. 1-0 here in set number 3. Bay City Central's got to win 3 in a row if they want a chance here tonight. Not really much of a kill opportunity, but hit somewhat from the back row. Nice little tip over that time from Egger. I think that is the what's coined the set or dump there. She gets credit for the kill on the play. But instead of setting up her teammate, she just notices an opening on the other side and sends it over ever so quickly. 2-0 our score here. A nice serve from Preston. Block at the net. Loya tries to dig it out. They're going to say no. The point goes to Mount Pleasant, and Loya looks up with some concern. But again, when you're up 2-0, there's a time and a place to, maybe argue with that umpire about a call, but this is not it. 2-1 our score. Mount Pleasant with the lead over Bay City Central. Nice serve, somehow digging it out are the Oiler girls. Looking for the kill is Hutchins, and it's going to be out of bounds. A little update for people. Tigers down 2-1, bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2 our score here. Remaining on the serve is Delaney Hopkins for Bay City Central. Awkward hit from Borodachuk to send it over, but it's effective. Preston sets this one. Now to Egger looking to set up her teammate. It's blocked at the net. Somehow Borodachuk still gets a handle on it. Now looking for the hit is Egger. She's blocked at the net, but she keeps it alive. Now the Wolves are blocked at the net, and they're going to call a double hit on the Wolves. There it is again. The Oiler girls just stayed with it and stayed with it. There was a couple of fantastic plays from Bay City Central there that made it seem like they were going to definitely get the point. But oh no, the Oiler girls stay with it and are able to make it happen. Bella Colares now into the game on the serve. Oiler girls up 3-2 here in set number 3. They're up 2-0 in this best-of-5 match here on this Thursday evening. And tomorrow, homecoming night in Shepherd as the Shepherd Blue Jays take on the Clare Pioneers. We'll have all the action for you right here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. There's a kill on the far side from Finley Helm. And for the Wolves of Bay City Central, just the more you get down here, that you're down 2-0, the less and less belief that you're going to have. Looking for the little setter dump out there was Maciejewski, and she's going to get called for, I guess that was a quick call from the official. I didn't see if that was a double tap or they say that she went under the net or into the net. Nonetheless, the point goes to Mount Pleasant, 5-2 the score. We'll tip over at the net. It's going to be blocked and going into the net once again is Bay City Central. So the point goes to the Oilers, and we got a timeout on the floor here. We're going to keep it right here. 6-2 is our score. Mount Pleasant with the lead over the Bay City Central Wolves. Again, they have been 12-4-3 since that 1-6 start. So maybe one of the better teams in Division I since the early part of the season. I think some more of our big sponsors here tonight. Clark Modular Homes, Weefrich Financial, Woods Household Appliance, Bird All-American Grill, Bill's Custom Fab, Gates Drilling and Service, and we're coming to you from the Barberry Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Also shout to J&J Auto, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, ENS Graphics, and GNS Mechanical. Well, the friends almost up north in Stitches for Britches, Rick's Food Center, Gross Farms and Brad Gross Electric, Schaefer's Bait and Sporting Goods, Bogue, Wybanga, and Bradley, and the Fisher Companies, Central Concrete, Central Asphalt, and Fisher Transportation. Here we go out of the timeout. Egger looking to set up her teammate. Big hit out there on the far side from Miss Finley Helm for the kill. And the buzzer actually goes off there for the time of the timeout. Yeah, they were out there rolling a little bit quicker than that 1 minute. 7-2 the score. But I think if you're Coach Davila for the Wolves, it's pretty simple. It's do or die time, girls. We can't get down by more than 6 or 7 here with it being down 2-0. And another point going to the Oilers. They're saying in the net once again. It's Maciejewski. She didn't like the call. 8-2 our score. Remaining on the serve is Bella Colares. She's got 4 or 5 points now in a row. And there's the old broadcaster's jinx as she sends that one into the net. 8-3 the score. On the serve will be the libero, Anna View, for this Wolves team. Oiler girls ready to go. It's Helm, Egger, Hutchins, Loya, Preston, along with Colares out there. A little punch attack, I'm going to call it, from Bay City Central. Not really a play at the net, but still trying to get some oomph on the ball. And it's a nice, I don't know, again, I'm going to have to learn what you call it exactly when you're making the hit, but you don't really rise up at all. You're just trying to put maybe some spin on the ball from the floor. That's going to be my next question to Brandy Grakowskis if we're able to talk in the postgame show. Is it a hit when they're not jumping? It's going to be an ace. Going for the Oilers here. A beautiful serve that time from Ella Dawson. 10-3 our score. Again, if you're this Wolves team, this is do or die time right now. You get down by 10, down 2-0. the belief is just going to be really hard to come by. Again, these girls learn so much playing volleyball that they can't learn in the classroom whether they're winning or losing this game. Nice play at the net. They're going to say it's another point for Mount Pleasant. And Maciejewski's getting called for a few into the nets. That time it looked like it might have been Mount Pleasant going into the net, but nonetheless, they will get the point. They're not going to complain. It is 11-3, and a great serve. It's another ace for Ella Dawson. She's got a run of 3 points now at serve. 2 of them aces. 12-3 our score. Oiler girls already up 2-0 in this one. Little setter dump there. It's red. Nice play from Preston. Now looking for the kill is Helm. Goes off a blocker's hands, but still on the side of Bay City Central. They're able to keep it alive. Nice back row attack. Egger looking for the setter dump into the donut hole. It's dug out by Bay City Central. Preston keeps it alive. Helm sends it over. Nice rally right now from these two teams. Keep it alive once again. This time is Colares. Now Helm sends it over. Dive on the ground, keeps it alive for Central. Looking for the kill now is Helm. She goes for the tip. It's a bad bounce for Bay City Central, but they're still going to keep it alive as the rally continues here. Senneberg, she'll send this one over. Not an easy play there, just a punch over from Bay City Central. Egger with a chance to set up Zenneberg once again. This one is hit. Trying to keep it alive is Bay City Central, and they will! It comes back across. Egger with another chance. This time Helm looking for the kill, and she'll get it this time. What action right there from both teams. Keeping it alive, but it is now 13-3. Mount Pleasant with the lead. With that lead balloon to 10, and that 2-0 lead is last gasp time right now for the Wolves. Looking for the kill at the net is Elder. It's going to go into the net, 14-3, and now the Oiler girls with the lead. And one more timeout take on the last one from Coach Davila, but I really like it. Her team is down 11, but the Oilers still need 11 more points. You get a little run. You get some momentum going, and you can still make something happen if you're Bay City Central. And this Oiler team, I'll bring it up again. They started 1-6. Since then, they have been 12-4-3. And the worst record of a team that beat Mount Pleasant in the early going, or at all, was DeWitt at 15-6-1. And so Mount Pleasant has played great competition all year long. They performed well against them. But again, their 10 losses are all to really, really good teams, as Coach Grigowskis really wanted to get them going in the early season to be ready for Saginaw Valley League play. Wolves communicating in the huddle. The Oiler girls already back out there ready to go. Get our score. 14-3. On the serve for Mount Pleasant is Ella Dawson. She's had quite the run here. Wolves send it over. Dug out by Colares. Egger looking for the setup for Zenneberg. It's kept alive by Bay City Central. Now they're looking for the kill. It's kept alive by Mount Pleasant, but not for long, so the point will go to Bay City. And you see they all cheer right there as they finally stop that run from Ella Dawson. 14-4 the score. Substitution coming into the game is going to be Heidi Don. She'll be on the serve for Bay City Central. Wolves need a few good serves in a row. They use a couple aces here. Try and get back into it. Egger sets it up for Zenneberg. Look for that back row, a back line attack, I should say. It's dug out by the Wolves, but the send over is going to be too long. Point's going to go to the Oilers. 15-4, they've got the lead. And they are in control. They won the first set 25-14. Just ran away with the second set, winning 25-6. Again, big shout out to Mount Pleasant Public Schools. They're hiring bus drivers. They need parapros and substitute teachers. One of the biggest employers in Isabella County, Mount Pleasant Public Schools, a great place to work. And bus drivers, they have paid training for you as well, so you start getting paid right away. If you substitute teach, you're a bus driver, you could do some officiating as well. Be the referee at MHSA.com. Not a bad way to kind of put it all together. Big kill from the Oilers. They now go up 16-4. And a big shout out to Mount Pleasant Public Schools supporting what I'm doing here at the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Whether I'm doing Mount Pleasant game, Sacred Heart game, a Clare game, Ithaca game, Shepherd game, doesn't matter. They're just happy to be supporting these local kids in the Mid-Michigan area. Big block at the net from the Oilers, now 17-4. Something really special is now going to happen if Bay City Central wants to come back in this one. Abby Webster on the serve for Mount Pleasant. Look for the kill on the far side. His helm. It's just going to be out of bounds. Nice job by the flag girl down there being so quick calling that one out of bounds. It was close, but she was right on top of it. 17-5 our score. Couple substitutions coming in for the Wolves. Out there for the Oilers. It's Webster. It's Helm. It's Zenneberg. It's Malvino. Along with Dawson and Kalaris. Trying to run down the 6 Oilers out there for you. Webster looking to set up Zenneberg for the kill. It's going to be out of bounds. Zenneberg went up that time, I think, assuming there was going to be a blocker there, so she put a little bit more on it, expecting it to get tipped. It did not get tipped, thus sailed out of bounds. Nice dig out there from Ella Dawson. We'll send it across or send it back across. Dawson to Webster, looking to set up her teammate Molyneux. It's a nice block at the net, but the Oilers do keep it alive. Now Zenneberg looking for the block. It's blocked again, but the point's going to go to Bay City Central. As they're going to say, it was 4 touches that time for Mount Pleasant. 17-7 our score. A little bit of momentum possibly right now for this Wolves team as they look to send it to set number 4. That one's going to be on the line. Kalaris had to take a read on it, kind of like a third baseman or a first baseman watching that ball go down the line on a bunt. Do I get it? Do I not get it? She decided to let it go. It was inbounds for the Wolves. 17-8 is the score. There's going to be another ace coming from Lawrence Yeslin. So right now, Bay City Central's got some momentum. They've got the gap closed to 8. I feel like you want Yeslin to be on the serve until you get it to 3 or 4 possibly. They want to come back in this one. Webster looking to set up Helm with a back row attack, and she'll make it happen. Nice communication right there between Webster and Helm. I feel like Webster kind of saw that Helm was right in the good spot for her, just kind of bump it up to her, set it up to her, pass it up to her. And Helm made it happen from the back row. She's now on the serve. 18-9 is our score. That one's going to go into the net for Bay City Central. 19-9. Finley Helm, senior offensive hitter, will remain on the serve for the Oiler girls. They're really in control here on this Thursday night. Sends it over. Now they're looking for the set, looking for the kill. It's blocked at the net by Molyneux and Zenneberg. Give them both credit. 20-9 now the score. The Oilers 4 points away from match point. They lead at 20-9 here in set number 3. They're up 2-0. Nice float serve from Helm. Looking for the setup was Maciejewski. Dropped it behind her head looking for her teammate, but some miscommunication there as nobody went up to hit that one. Helm still on the serve. Looking like she's going to get the ace here as it goes in to the Bay City Central bench. All Oilers, all the time here in this one. Our score, 21-9 or 22-9. Mount Pleasant, they're already up 2-0. Helm remains on the serve. Blocked at the net. Point will go to the Oilers. Borodachuk, Zenneberg, both there for the block. Now 23-9 Oilers. Chance to really close this one out pretty early here tonight. As I look down, it is not even 8 o'clock. Sent over by Mount Pleasant. The Wolves keep it alive. Zenneberg looking for the kill. She'll get it. The unassisted kill there from Zenneberg as it went over to the net in an easy spot for her to slap it down, and she did so. 24-9. It is now match point for Finley Helm. The Wolves still got a long ways to come back, but there is no quit in these young ladies out there. Little tip over. Nice job keeping it alive by View. Now Webster to Zenneberg. Zenneberg with a tip, and there it is. 25-9. The Oilers win it in dominating fashion, holding Bay City Central to single digits in set number 2 and set number 3. Woo! What a fantastic performance. Our score, 25-9. Our final 3-0. The Mount Pleasant Oiler girls absolutely dominate Bay City Central here on this night. We're going to take a break and head on into our Bird All-American Grill post-game show where we'll talk about the Zaid Batchelder Baller of the Game, sponsored by Weefrich Financial, the Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the Game, the Mumford Oil and Gas Supply Assist of the Game, as I continue to sell out to all of our great sponsors, including friends at Wood Household Appliance, the Bird All-American Grill, Bill's Custom Fab, Gates Drilling and Service, Barberry Law, and our friends at Clark Modular Homes, and oh yeah, the Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game. We'll try and put that choice on Brandy Grogowskis along with our Zaid Batchelder Baller of the Game when we come back with your Bird All-American Grill post-game show right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, central air service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Hey, Rowan, want to toss the ball around?
No thanks.
A quick game of chess?
Maybe later.
Want me to teach you to ride a bike?
Papa, we did all that when I was little.
I guess you're right. Marbury Law's kept me so busy, time has just flown by.
There is one thing, though. You got any cookies?
Thought you'd never ask.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes.
Jenna Gates.
And Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning has been family-owned and serving mid-Michigan since 1962. They're dedicated to providing the best possible solution for your home or business. Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning is locally owned and supports our local community. For all of your heating and air conditioning needs, call Mount Pleasant Heating and Air Conditioning at 989-772-2881.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome on into our Bird All-American Grill post-game show. We're talking about the Zaid Batchelder Baller of the Game, the Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the Game, and all that good stuff as I continue to make the joke because I got Brandy Grokowskis here with me. I feel like you're a 90s kid. I feel like the post-game shows when I do my Wayne's World, hold up the Doritos and all that stuff. But I think you'll agree with me that we need to give these people love because they're the reason I am here, able to bring people high school volleyball. And I know your girls have enjoyed going back and watching the game and heard some other stuff as well. And probably still laughing at me a little bit because I'm a dork trying to figure things out. And I did write down one question for you. what do I call it when they're kind of going for the hit, but they're not jumping really? You know what I mean? It's kind of a grounded hit attack. Is there
they're standing and they're swinging with an arm?
Yep.
Just a down ball.
A down ball. All right.
Yep.
Continuing to learn here, but 25-14, 25-6, 25-9. You guys came in with a bit better record than them, but Saginaw Valley League action, it's always going to be tough. How impressed were you with your ladies tonight?
I told them beforehand, I said, let's just take care of our 900 square feet. We struggled a little bit with serving on Tuesday against Grand Blanc, so we wanted to make sure that we got back on track with that because, like I've said in the past, it's kind of our thing, and just put the ball in spaces where we need it to go because we have a very tough tournament coming up this weekend, so we got to make sure that we're like.
Where are you guys at?
We are going down to Livonia to Schoolcraft College, and we're going to play in the Beast of the East, where there's 32 teams on 8 different courts, and most of them are ranked in the state for the most part, or like super high up there. So yeah, we have our work cut out for us this weekend.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed looking at stuff, you guys have started 1-6. You're now 12-4-3 since then, and we talked about it in the Volleyball 101 stuff that you wanted that tough early season schedule.
Absolutely.
To get these girls ready for Saginaw Valley League play and to get a tournament like this, the Beast of the East tournament. But as we talk about the Mumford Oil and Gas Supply assist to the game and all that, I feel like when we're talking assist to the game, supplier of the game per se, it's always going to be Miss Jordan Egger. 1,100 assists the last game I did. She's probably well over 1,200 now.
Yeah, for sure. I can't remember the exact number. I actually just did it the other day. But, yep, she is clicking away on those, and she just puts a ball where we need it and makes good decisions out there. Abby Webster as well is making her like – step in our team as well. So
I felt like Abby did I think after game 1, you were kind of like, all right, Jordy and a couple other girls, you guys can kind of sit back and relax a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to need everybody this weekend. It's going to be tough, so I wanted everybody to get some touches. So.
Yep, and my terrible unofficial stats here as I look at things, Borodachuk really had a great first set, had a nice serve run. Finley Helm had some kills, some aces, and then I think I had her for 4 kills in that third set as well. As she really didn't turn down the intensity at all. But if I'm thinking about that Zaid Batchelder baller of the game, and we've got such an early night, we're going to play the song. We'll be right back. We're going to play the song. We'll be right back after this.
Well, hey there, Zaid. This song of love is just for you. So turn it up. Peekaboo, Zaid, I see you, and we wrote a song about what you do. Like listening to music and going outside, wearing a smile on your face so wide.
All right, the Zaid Batchelder baller of the game. Shout out to my friends, the Batchelder family, for also being great supporters of what we do here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And a shout out to the Weefrich Financial and the crew being the sponsors of that Zaid Batchelder baller of the game. A lot of choices tonight. I feel like Morgan Borodachuk, Finley Helm, Jordan Preston are all fantastic as well. But as I continue to learn more and more and more about volleyball, being a setter is really, really tough. And there was 1 or 2 instances where I believe Jordan was even serving, and she still was coming down to set people up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. She's, for the most part, we run a 5-1 and sometimes a 6-2 where she's the only setter. So she's setting in the back row, and then she's setting in the front row. And, and then she's a little bit taller than Abby, so we get some block touches in the front row from her as well. So, yeah, it's a huge benefit to have her out there.
Yep.
So.
And the little setter dump, she went for the behind the back basketball setter dump. It didn't quite work out. That would have been really. That was you even said that you didn't mind the idea because I feel like. And I'm going to continue to compare it to basketball. She's got the green light out here in volleyball. Anything she does, you kind of know, like, hey. That ended up looking kind of goofy, but
right.
I see what you were trying to do there.
Yeah, in that particular play, the pass had led her all the way to the opposing side of the court, like where she's not normally. So then you think the defense also is watching her. So the fact that she tried to put it the opposite direction and reverse flow as far as like with the setter dump into 4, that it would have been a really beautiful play.
Yeah.
So I didn't mind the idea. She needed to get her feet.
Yeah,
there.
that'll be we'll call that the Bills custom fabrication of the game. But as I continue to sell my soul here, the Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, I feel like we can give that to the trio of Helm, Borodachuk, and Preston. when you got those three girls out there, not always together on the front row, but when you got one or two, and Zetterberg was also fantastic tonight in the front row as well, blocking stuff.
Yeah, and Carmen, I thought, especially in the first set, like Carmen Loya made some plays that I feel like in the last couple matches maybe she was a little hesitant to make, and I loved that she was aggressive and going and getting those things too.
And there was,
I think today was like, I really feel like if you think about it, everybody contributed a very good amount of the same stuff. Like
when you
Lucy Molyneux had some kills, and Kylie had some great plays in the front row.
I think 75-29. That's a pretty darn good night for volleyball. That's some domination out there. And big tournament coming up this weekend.
Yes.
What's going to be the key to getting some victories there?
Well, it's really just we gotta not let the ball fall. Like we have to. I told the girls we're gonna come in tomorrow morning because there's no school and we're gonna work on some blocking. We have to slow down the ball because there's gonna be some really big arms and everything. And then we gotta make something out of the chaos. So hopefully that's not too chaotic, but that we're passing in.
I like make something out of the chaos because it is chaos out there when it starts. In particular, that in that third set, there was a 2.5 minute rally or something like
long.
that. And that right there is making something out of it's chaos. And it is you and all the coach. Don't let the balloon hit the floor. Don't let, you just keep it alive and you just keep going. You just keep going.
Better the ball every time you touch it and stuff. So yeah.
Man, I'm continuing to get all these phrases.
I got a whole bunch.
I'm gonna be all lingo by the time we get to the end of it here. But Brandy, thanks so much for joining me and all the help that you've given me getting things started here with high school volleyball. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for what you're doing. Like I said, any more eyes on the volleyball world is very good in my book. So.
And as Mike Greenberg says, I'm only going to get better and better and better when it comes to the volleyball stuff. So I am learning a whole lot. And tomorrow, big time action with Shepherd Clare. Make sure you join me for that. But 25-14, 25-6, 25-9. The Oiler girls a winner here tonight. Coach G, thanks so much for joining me on the Bird.